Time to go on the record.
Do you believe in punishment for abortion? Yes or no, as a principle?
The answer is that there has to be some form of punishment.
For the woman?
Yeah.
An about-face, the GOP frontrunner is reversing himself, now saying abortion providers should face punishment. Will Trump's Teflon coating hold on this one?
We'll be making regular, unannounced inspections.
Rats and droppings closed the Roxbury Stop and Shop for days. The health and political implications for the city and one of the state's big employers.
We are here fighting for the health, well-being, and future of some of the most vulnerable residents.
And Somerville's Mayor Joe Curtatone is not backing down. He has stalled billionaire Steve Wynn's Boston Harbor Casino, and the mayor is our guest today.
From WCPB Boston, the inside word from Washington to Beacon Hill, today's newsmakers are going on the record.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Emily Reamer, along with Janet Wu, News Center 5's political reporter. And our guest this morning is Mayor Joe Curtatone of Somerville. He served as an alderman in his hometown before taking over the mayor's office in 2004. And he is a graduate of Boston College. He also holds higher degrees from New England School of Law and Harvard University. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here. Good morning.
Good morning. And I'm going to start right off and ask you the question that I think a lot of folks who are involved with the casino issue are asking, and they want the answer to this from you. Are you tilting at windmills by continuing this legal battle with Steve Wynn when even your supporters, they predict that you're going to lose this, that you're going to lose this appeal and you're not going to get anything in return?
Well, that's a good phrase, tilting at windmills. I never heard that. But, you know, we're here fighting for the quality of life, the health, the well-being for our residents. This is not about me. This is not about stopping expanding gaming. That question was asked and answered. I was on the losing side of that issue, but we're fighting for what's right. And we're fighting to make sure that the impacts are less negative than more negative on the, again, some of the most vulnerable populations in environmental justice zones that will breathe in the air, that is poisoning our health. And those are the people that need our representation. Those are the people we need to stand up and fight for.
A lot of people would argue those battles have been fought. Mayor Marty Walsh fought that battle. It was resolved in the courts, and the courts have said this is the most you can do. And other folks who have been involved with the state, you know, environmental people, they say we've done what we've done. We've done due diligence, and that you're going to get nothing out of it except spending money unnecessarily.
The law allows for the appeal, so we make sure we get it right, and we're fighting to make sure we get it right. Although I'm against expanded gaming, and I think this casino will be on the right side of history on the question of expanded gaming, unfortunately, I'm fighting to make sure the impacts are less negative, and that projects of this size and scale, that this project goes through the same review and requirements to mitigate its impacts as any project of this size and scale. As for Boston, hey, Boston settled and resolved their lawsuits for the reasons they thought was best for Boston. We have filed 5 separate causes of action, aside from what Boston did, and we've been clear, honest, transparent, and consistent for more than 2 years. And for more than 2 years, Wynn and his representatives have completely ignored us. And you know what? So we're just exercising our rights under the law.
So you think you can do better than Marty Walsh did for Boston?
Well, again, Boston settled their case and fought for what they thought was right for Boston. This is not about money. This is not about stopping the casino. This is about reducing the negative impacts. This is about protecting the quality of life, the health of our residents. Those are the people I'm fighting for. That's who I represent. I'm one mayor of a small city of 78,000 people standing up against a casino mogul and an armada of lobbyists, public relations firms, and highly paid people on their payroll who, again, making this very personal, very political, but we're standing tall and we're standing firm and fighting for what we believe in.
So let's talk about Wynn here for a second. At a recent press conference, you were there, you heard him say this. Steve Wynn responding to a question about, damage to the environment. We want you to listen to this.
Sure.
You got to be kidding.
I mean, that was his answer. Given a raspberry to a question like that, are you worried that he is just not taking this challenge at all seriously?
Well, I mean, they haven't talked to us for over 2 years. He's been basically giving us raspberries the last 2 years. So we're not shocked by the response. But I think what is sad about that, I would want to believe that any business person or developer coming into any community cares as much about the impact on the lives of the people surrounding that business or development as much as the bottom line of their legislation, how much money they're making. Any development should add to the quality of life, improve the quality of life, certainly not take it away. So certainly that raspberry is disappointing because it basically says the people, those people, the most vulnerable people in the environmental justice zones, the communities that are going to be negatively impacted by this project, that they don't matter.
So he has said flat out that Somerville will get no money. He refuses, it's not happening. But you're waging this legal battle. How much could that cost constituents? And do you think it will be worth it in the end?
You know, my constituents of our community are fully supporting our efforts because we know the importance of reducing the impacts and what will happen if we don't reduce the impacts in our community. Our Board of Aldermen, our 11-member Board of Aldermen recently passed unanimously a resolution supporting all 5 legal actions that the city of Somerville has filed. And this is a fight worth fighting. This is not about money. We're not seeking some arbitrary number.
But it is going to cost you. Isn't it going to cost you over $1 million in legal fees?
Whatever the legal fees are, we're prepared to pay them.
But if you don't get anything in return,
we're not fighting in vain here. We're fighting for things we believe in here. And if we don't believe, then why are we representing the people we represent if we're not willing to stand up and fight for them? And I'll tell you, the support, not just from my community, but the region and also people from Everett, has been overwhelming. Even people who are pro-casino saying, this process is flawed. They put the cart before the horse. We're issuing permits without carefully analyzing the impacts of this development and operation and making those findings transparent, making them enforceable, what the response to those findings will be. And this is all wrong.
But the bottom line is you have a budget. You have to keep within that budget. This is money coming out of your constituents' pockets. And if even your supporters are saying you've got little to no chance of getting anything out of this, why are you spending this money?
My supporters aren't saying that. My supporters aren't saying that. My supporters, the people I represent, are saying, fight this fight. And they're saying this.
What do you want specifically?
But let me finish. No amount of money that we be paid, no dollar we would save, nothing is worth a child's life, someone's health deteriorating, the quality of our life plummeting in the community.
So what do you want? Give me 1 or 2 things that you want that may not, that you think you can get from
we are fighting, again, we're fighting to protect our lives and environment. Here's some things we should be doing as part of this. There is still no enforceable or meaningful traffic plan for Somerville or Sullivan Square. I mean, that has not been fully analyzed. They've used rural analyses to manage.
Do you have a plan that you're willing to put in front of him and say, this is what it's going to cost?
Somerville shouldn't have to put a plan. Somerville was willing to be part of the discussion that we're doing regionally to understand what the impacts of it.
He claims that he has, though.
His plan is flawed. And you know what? The process allows to challenge what has been put forth. And that plan takes into account the variables that impact a densely populated urban core and region, and those findings need to be addressed and mitigated and made enforceable before a license or permit is issued. Here's where we put the cart before the horse. I mean, we before any thorough and meaningful environmental review, we issued a permit. The Commonwealth issued a permit for this casino. And that is flawed. In our arbitration process, we outlined several intersections which we, through studies with MIT and others, have shown that will be negatively impacted by the traffic flow. Those have still not been addressed. So there's a series of things they could do. But the bottom line is, for more than 2 years, and this falls on his shoulders and his team, they've refused to talk to us. They've been giving us the raspberries.
All right, so let's move on, talk a little bit about the other big project, the MBTA Green Line extension. They're having issues there. Is there anything that you can do to make it happen?
Well, we're working in close collaboration with the governor, MassDOT Secretary Pollock, the Fiscal Management Control Board. All our stakeholders and partners are working to make sure we build the best GLX project possible while being fiscally responsible. We agree with the approach. We want to make sure these projects are managed appropriately, they come in on time, on budget, and they meet our expectations. But let me be clear. Somerville's done nothing wrong. We didn't manage this project. This project received the largest federal grant of its type for a light rail project in the history of this Commonwealth because it unlocks 18 million square feet of development. It creates a net new 30,000 jobs for the Commonwealth. It creates more than 10,000 homes in a region that needs 435,000 units of housing by 2040 for the Commonwealth. And it adds to the Commonwealth almost a net new $3 billion of revenue over the next 25 years. And it provides incredible environmental relief to the 6th most congested region in the country. That's why we got the $1 billion, and that's why I believe the governor wants to do this and working together to make sure we do it meeting those parameters.
But it's unlikely to happen before next year.
Well, we don't know. The Fiscal Management Control Board in May, once we don't have a new budget yet, once the new budget comes out, and the reprocurement process and the rescoping process is completed, will determine is there any financial gap. And we're working closely with the Commonwealth to determine, well, how do we work together to close that gap? and keep the project going. Today, it's still under construction. We want to make sure we finish because it is the best project on the books in the Commonwealth in generations.
All right, so we could talk about these issues all day. We've got to get to the pop quiz, right? This is your
Which
favorite part.
I think he's trying to delay
I
that
know,
from
No,
happening.
I know.
I'm
It's the
ready.
famous pop quiz. Yeah,
filibustering a
exactly.
little
So
bit here.
because we can't help ourselves, today's pop quiz topic is Steve Wynn.
Okay.
So the first question is, Steve Wynn lives in Las Vegas now, but he wasn't always a West Coast boy. Grew up on the East Coast and graduated from which Ivy League school? So your options are Harvard, Yale, or the University of Pennsylvania.
I'm going to say it was UPenn.
All right. You were looking at my sheet?
No.
Did you say? All right.
I knew it wasn't Harvard.
All right, there's one.
Because he
There
brags
goes.
about this stuff, so I do listen to him once in a while because they're kind of colorful stories. But.
All right, next question. Wynn intended to be a lawyer, but when his father died suddenly, he had to take over the family business. What did his father do?
I can't remember, but wasn't he born in Revere and then moved on to do something?
This was all in the family. It was a family business.
I can't remember that one. Let me guess. Was his father a car salesman?
You know he was not. He ran bingo parlors. They were all over the East Coast. Died though with $350,000 in debt. You have a chance to redeem yourself. The pop quiz continues. We're going to take a quick break. On the Record continues right after this.